Look at this guy, man.
Hey.
You guys know you're like a star now. The Rams won the Super Bowl.
Well, look at this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen. Is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy.
Bravo! Finally, the Ramillion Sports Report returns to the Rumble Show.
I'm out of here.
Rumble!
Roll down the window.
Yes, Rudy.
Put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gon' ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side, baby, to the side, and from the west side. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
What is up, my Ramillia fans of the Los Angeles Rams, the second place Los Angeles Rams? I wanted to start off the live today. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys that watched the live replay. Came in later today because I just got off of work. I set up my show earlier, but it's Let Your Hair Down Monday victory. Victory Monday. Let Your Hair Down, Puka the Cool Style. So I wanted to start out today. I got some horrible news on the personal front, and I'm dedicating this live to a Niner fan. And you say, why is that? Well, it's a good buddy of mine. I got the horrible news that he passed away. And so I want everyone to be respectful, and I know you guys will be. His name is Corey Davis. He's a big Niner fan, a content creator. I met him through my channel. I love the dude. You know, he's a great guy. You know, to know him is to know that he's a gentle soul, a loving person. And here's a clip that I recorded earlier, and it's with a heavy heart that I'm on today. You know, I'm happy that we won and all that stuff. And so here we go. Rest in peace, Corey. I love you, brother. So I found out some horrible news, and if you're wondering who this is my good buddy. Corey Davis. He's a big Niner fan, wonderful dude, one of the most loving dudes that I know. And I used to kid him, you know, even though he's a Niner fan, you know, I hate the Niners, that I would be happy for him, that if they won the Super Bowl. And, you know, he passed away yesterday. He was fighting an illness, and he didn't make it. And with a heavy heart, you know, I dedicate this live stream to him. I love you, Corey. Rest in peace, my brother. We'll see you again. And if your Niners win, even though I won't like it, I'll be happy for you that you'll see that from up there in God's arms. Just want to give a shout out to my guy, Corey Davis. I love you, brother. And so there it is, Corey Davis. Rest in peace, man. Man, I just want to say this, that I'm honored to know the dude. I'm honored to I call him my friend. You know, we didn't know each other except for on here, and so rest in peace again, man. And like I said, if your team does win, I'll be happy for you. I won't like it, but I'll be happy for you. I'll be smiling still. So anyway, so I wanted to just say that, and it's tough for me, so I'm gonna move past that because, you know, I was at work today, and I was just thinking about him, and that just shows you how fast life can change, man. And he was brave. He's an inspiration, and he'll always be remembered and always be in here. So rest in peace, my brother, Corey Davis. All right, so let's get into the chat and let's get into the clips. The Rams are in second place. The Rams are in second place in the NFC West. They're in the cusp, in the window of the playoff bracket at 6-6. Now, because we didn't do the job against the Packers when we had them, we put Brett Whippen out there, gave them that game when Matthew Stafford was hurt. They got that win. And then Kansas City might as well have done the same thing because now they're playing better. Jordan Love is playing great. He threw some dimes yesterday. And the Kansas City Chiefs are struggling a little bit. They don't really have a speed to go on the outside. They're very dangerous still. They're a very good team, but They were off yesterday, and they were at Lambeau, and they didn't help us out. So I think anyway, it didn't matter because even if they would have lost yesterday, the rest of the way, the Packers' schedule is very easy according to the way they're playing and the team that they are. And we're going to probably get into the playoffs if we handle our business too by the Vikings, because the Vikings don't even have a quarterback as we speak, and we're probably going to take their spot. So let's get into the chat. Let's get everybody in here. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. My guy Willie Bowen. Hi, Rudy. I'm so glad that the Rams won yesterday. Yeah, yesterday's game. Yes, indeed. Danny Berry Sports Highlights. Hey, yo, what's up, brother? Appreciate you. My guy David Corona. How you doing, man? What up, everyone? Corey Davis. Yes, indeed. Corey Davis. God bless him. And he was a great guy, man. And he always. I'm just like I said. Even though he was a Niner fan, I always see through that. If I like you, I like you. And he was a great dude, and it's with a heavy heart that I'm here today. So, but yes, indeed, he passed away today. So let's get into some clips. Let's see. At SoFi Stadium, it's a place to go see great games, great players, and amongst them, the fans, the Rams, the Ramelia, the Ram family, the Rams fam, Ramley, Ramelia, all showed up, and we were loud. And here's our guy, LeBron James, and the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, at the game, checking it out.
Perhaps torn rooting interest for LeBron James, the Ohio guy with Cleveland in town, but plays for Los Angeles.
LeBron James.
There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Tell your old man to drag Walton and Lanier up and down the court for 48 minutes. Roger Murdoch.
And so, the Rams are trying to rebuild on the fly, retool, whatever you call it, but they still got stars. They got Puka Nacua, the guy behind me, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, still got star power. And the Rams have been playing very well this year, and they won the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. And, when you go to a Rams game, it's an outing. The stars come out. So we don't got no Taylor Swift, but we got everybody else. But yeah, so it was great. And the guys came through for us. Here's our guy, Johnny Johnson, saying what's up to the Rams family. And he got that revenge against his old team, the Browns.
Woo! Revenge game for me. Revenge game for us. What a team win. Offense, defense, special teams. 6-6. It's playoff football for us, man. One game at a time. We're going to keep giving y'all good football. Go Rams.
And there it is, Johnny Johnson. And the guys, listen, Joe Flacco, listen, I gave him some respect because he's a Super Bowl champion, but he came off of the couch and he did a Whittle. Remember, we got Eric Whittle off the couch, and he, all pros. For a short stint, he probably got gassed. He was throwing a lot of balls out there, but he's got an arm. He's got an arm. Where McVay, Snead, we could have used a Joe Flacco for that Packer game. Why in the hell? I'm glad that we got Wentz, but why in the hell is a Joe Flacco out there? Now, I don't know if he was out there. Well, he was. We could have got him when we found out that Stetson Bennett was going to be on the IFL, whatever you call that, the non-injury list. I think he was out there, but there's another guy that we could have put back there. Nobody really thought he has a lot, but he's better than Brett Rippon. Gave that game away, man. Michael, what's up, brother? He says, hey, there, Ramelia, a great win yesterday. Yes, indeed. SoCal fan says, Brett, don't let it rip it. That's exactly right. John De La Rosa says 14-6-6 fighting for a 6 and 7 spot. If you win Sunday, it should give you the upper hand. Yeah, it's tough, man. John, it's a young team. We expected to struggle at times with a young team, but we gave away the Packer game. When Stafford got hurt, that wasn't the plan. Stetson Bennett was supposed to be backing him up, but he's out. And then we left a guy, Brett Rippon, if you're not familiar with our situation. The guy shouldn't be in the NFL, really. I mean, he was horrible. I thought John Wolford was horrible. And so we basically gave the Packers a game. And then the refs helped us in our demise against the Bengals. We lost 19-16? And they took away a touchdown. They took away 4 points off the board. We got a field goal. and the refs, and when it was they said he stepped out of bounds, but it looked like he didn't, and so they still overturned it. And there's 2 games that we can't give up as a young team. We would be it is what it is, but we would be in a much better situation. But yeah, we still have a chance. Alex G said, "What's up, Rudy? What's up, brother? Appreciate you so much." And Michael says, "It was nice to see Stafford spread the ball around to his receivers." Yeah, man. Listen, we're going to only go as far as Stafford and that old line can take us. Kyrie Williams is the real deal. Props to him. Yes, indeed. Jacques 42 says, "Rudy Nakua." Yeah, it's Victory Monday, aka Puka Nakua. Let your hair down. The man is a machine. The guy, man, I was like, no. Remember when he got hurt, he went off the field. He was in agony, and the guy came back, and the Rams have had some of the greatest receivers in the NFL. All the way from Tom Fears, Jack Snow, Crazy Legs Hurst, Henry Ellard, Flipper Anderson, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, on and on. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nakua is taking his spot. But this guy set a record with over 1,000 yards in his rookie year. Amazing, Puka Nakua. And coming back from that injury, turns out it's a shoulder injury. Amazing guy, man. God bless Puka Nakua. Here's a little clip for him. And then shout out and props again to Puka Nakua. 3 games with 150 plus scrimmage yards this season, tied most by rookie wide receiver since 1967. He set going over 1,000 yards, set the Rams rookie record for wide receivers, and their rich history with wide receivers. Amazing. And so there it is. Puka Nakua is the real deal, man. I'm so happy that we have him. Where would we be without Puka Nakua? Goodness gracious, man. Alex G says, Ravens will be tough. Who will cover OBJ? Nobody covers OBJ. You just got to keep him in front of you. But listen, like I said before, we welcome all comers. We gave the Eagles and the Niners all that they wanted. We didn't show up for the second half, and they got us. Here's another test with that Lamar Jackson. And, any team in the NFL can be beat. Let's just raise some havoc, get the defense in on them, pick them off a couple times, get some quick scores on them, and get the lead. As long as we can go out there with this offense, and you still got AD back there, we're ready to go. There's my guy, G's nuts. Man, our D-line needs to step it up against the Ravens. Flacco had too much time back there. We made him look like Brady till the end of the game. Yeah. Glad to see Demarcus Robinson get his first TD. Yes, indeed. Props to Demarcus Robinson. And this where it comes out to we, not me, because the guy shows up for work. The guy's in there. He doesn't get a lot of playing time, but when he's called upon, he did his job. And against the, God bless my guy, Corey Davis. I love you, brother, but I got to just point this out too. So we had another team come to SoFi, and they took the escalators, except the Dog Pound did it wrong. They took it looks like they took the stairs. But God bless them. They're on their way out with the Rams getting the win. And but yes, indeed. And here's our guy, Puka Nakua, doing his thing.
Routes that he gets, and he's just going to slam on the brakes. He really turns on the gas right there when the ball snaps.
That's not Puka. Sorry. Sometimes they look the same. Here we go. Here's Puka Nakua.
Oh, because the timing's perfect. They're just going to let him go, and he gets caught, and there goes Puka Nakua rounding second base. Well done by Stafford. All timing on that fly sweep. 31 yards later, it's a first down.
And the man's a big dude, and he got some afterburners, man, for his speed. That's one of the reasons why he fell to us, is because he didn't have a great combine time. And so God bless him. I'd rather have a guy that moves fast in pads and for a time clock. And then you see number 15, Vince Ferragamo out there, a.k.a. Demarcus Robinson, with the blocks doing his job, like I said. Props to the amazing Puka Nakua getting injured. We thought it was a rib, and maybe it was a rib and a shoulder, but he's got a sore shoulder. So hopefully he'll be able to play the next game. I think he will be. And but yes, indeed, and props to AD, Kyrie Williams, Puka Nacua, all the guys. It was a team win. We moved into second place in the NFC West. And again, here's our guy Puka. Let me put my other banner back. Talking about the game, and may his pops rest in peace as well. He always carries his pop in his heart and in his mind. And here we go.
Puka Nacua, we watched you take a hit, and we were worried. Not only were you not coming back in the game, but we were worried about the season. So I know you're in the locker room with your ribs hurting and your shoulder hurting, but what were your head and heart thinking as you were worrying about not coming out for this game?
My head and my heart were out here with the guys. I love being a part of this football team. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful. Coop was the first person to help me as soon as they came back in halftime to get my shoulder pads on and keeping me updated. And so I'm just so grateful to be out here for the guys and go out and compete with them. And they're the best. I wouldn't do anything else without these guys.
I'm going to stay with your heart for a second because it was your dad that got you into football. He had you break down film and not watch cartoons. You are over 1,000 yards, and you are the fastest Rams rookie in franchise history to do it. I know he speaks to you on the football field. What would he be saying now?
I'm not sure. I would hope the worst. I am proud of you, Puka, would come out of his mouth, and I know they would. Maybe in not a time that I would be able to hear it, but you give me a big hug and just tell me to keep going. One day at a time. The job's not finished.
What a great job today. Congratulations on the win and the performance.
Yes, indeed. Like Kobe Bryant said, the job is not finished. And so listen, man, I told you guys this before, and this is like after since the season after we won the Super Bowl. This is one of the better front offices, and I called it Camelot. We were hoping that we could run it back, and then we got injured, and then we got injured again this year. We lost a bunch of players. Von Miller, OBJ, we're retooling. But these guys, man, Les Snead and Sean McVay deserve their flowers. Getting a Puka Nacua, Steve Avila. We got our guy, Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Ethan Evans, the beast, out of this draft. And then Kyrie Williams, the draft before, Quentin Lake, the draft before, a young roster with Bobby Brown III, my prerogative. I mean, we're retooling, baby. The cupboard is going to be full with young bucks, and hopefully Matthew Stafford will take us home for another Super Bowl in the next year or two. And but we're ready to go, baby. We're ready to go. And this is the Puka Nacua show because we got another walk off the field for my guy Puka. He's infectious. Cooper Kupp is everybody looks up to him, but he's a quiet kind of captain. This guy's already like a captain on the field in his rookie year. Here we go.
Yo, it's your boy Puka, and we back here at SoFi. We back here at SoFi, the guys. And we get the dub back here at SoFi. Appreciate you guys. Browns, dub. Let's get it.
Love that guy, man. I'm so happy that he's around, man. I'm so happy. I got to get me a Puka jersey. Jesus says, low key, he has been clutch when we need to go away from Puka and Kupp. Yes, indeed. Yep. Love it. DeMarcus Robinson. Higbee got hurt. I didn't get a chance to see what was going on. He was doing something with his hand. Hopefully he'll be fine. Just always seems to be banged up, man. And my guy Higbee. SoCal fan says, you think the Raiders can beat the Vikings? The Vikings need a quarterback. I think they can. Hopefully they can. Hopefully. With the new coach and everything, I think it's possible. Michael Armada says, our place kicker making me nervous, man. Yeah, we need a kicker for sure. Hope he gets it together down the stretch. Yeah, my Riverside native. Hopefully he'll do his thing, man. LA Lou, he says, for those who say move on from Kupp, when he gets right from his ankle, he's going to get back to being uncoverable with Puka and Kupp. Who are you going to double? They are both threats on the jet sweep. Yeah, right now, listen, kind of like when Kurt Warner had a jacked up hand and then you had Mike Martz. Let's put the young guy in there. No, what are you doing? I'd rather lose Bolger than Warner. No, Cooper Kupp is banged up right now. He has been banged up for the last year and a half. He's not right, but Cooper Kupp at 70% is better than most of the receivers on our squad, aside of Puka Nacua. So no, that's exactly right. And he deserves it, man. He brought that him and that 2-man game in the championship game, in the division game round against Tampa Bay, in the Super Bowl at the end to close those games out. He deserves a statue along with AD. And so, but no, he's not going nowhere. No way. No, I don't care if they give us the number 1 pick in the draft. Well, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. No, he deserves to stick with us. We're going to stick with him. Jim Everett the Gray says, Puka Nacua, Rookie of the Year. Yes, indeed. Willie Bowen says, turn up your volume. I'm sorry, I didn't see that, Willie. Let me turn it up. Let's see. Volume up. Here we go. Hope it's not too loud now. There we go. Let me put it closer to me too. There we go. Hope it's louder for you, Willie Bowen, and hope you guys hear me better. There we go. Like the Cowboys hike sequence. All right, Willie, hopefully you can hear me now. Let's see. Jim Everett says, Storm brewing NFC Rams. Matthew Dime, Stafford, TDs last with games. Rams secondary locked down. Yes, indeed. Willie Bone says, sup, Jim Everett. Yes, indeed. Stockton is my guy. I'm here driving. Can't comment much. Be careful, brother. Be careful. Safe travels, brother. Jim Everett says, was up? Horns up. Yes, indeed, baby. Appreciate it. My guy, Tribe. Rudy, my brother, how you doing, man? Appreciate you, Tribe. Appreciate you. Willie Bone says, I'm praying for a victory for LA Rams in the next game. Yes, man, we can do it. You can do it. Jacques 42 says, what's up, Willie? Joe says, Rudy, we pulled that loco. We pulled that win, loco. Yes, indeed. Yes, we did. Fernando says, I was at the game yesterday. Rams showed up yesterday. The Ram fam, the Ramelia was out. And let's get to some live videos. Here we go. Thank you guys for popping in. Let's get to some live videos from the game. Here we go. Oops, orale, Rudy. Wrong one. Here we go.
Oh, hell no!
So it was Rampage's birthday, and so they had a thing with the mascots, and then Sourdough Sam came out and they were booing him. You guys are gonna get a look at this. So I'm gonna give everybody time to tune in, and so you know that we were talking about the Ram fans came out, and even Sam LaJohnia, I can't remember how to say his last name, but the guy goes Rams house. You know, I love the guy. I'm just bad with names. So he tweeted, thank you guys for coming out and supporting the Rams. And so here's our guy, TJ the Prince 26, posted his video, and here he is getting the dog pound. I love it. Check this out.
Hey. Goodbye. Dog pound. Chihuahua dog. No. Hey, Ramley. Hey.
Yeah, I love it. Órale, perro. I love it, man. I love it. And here's our guy, Rampage, showing our attitude against the Browns. Here we go. Hitting the, what is it? Browns piñata. Here we go. I love it. That's so awesome. I love this team, man. Willie Bowen says, perfect, Rudy. I can hear you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, Willie Bowen, for letting me know. Jim Everett says, Rams will defeat the Ravens. Shout out to the Rams secondary. Hendricks played yes, we get on Hendricks. He messed up a couple of games against the Eagles and the Niners. But when you play good, then we'll ease off a little bit. But yeah, just learn how to turn your head around when you need to. Use your elbows and shoulders instead of your hands, and get your head turned around, and we'll be fine. But and don't get stupid penalties at the end of the second halves. But yes, indeed. Love it. My guy Fernando. Man, the Niners need to lose in the playoffs, choke so they can be the regular season champs. Yeah. Now listen. Again, I dedicated my life to my guy Corey Davis, big Niner fans. He may you rest in peace. He passed away yesterday. I was horrible news with a heavy heart, but this is what they do. They win in the regular season, look really formidable because they are a good team, and then the playoffs, when they play a certain team, they fall apart. So great win. Remember, we spanked the Browns, and who lost to the Browns? The team from Santa Clara lost to the Browns, and they didn't have Joe Flacco as quarterback. Joe Flacco probably lit them up. We beat the Browns 36-19, and they lost to the Browns. So you never know in the NFL what's going to happen. But yeah, let's get into we'll get back into the chat. Let's get into, check out this angle of this dime from Matthew Stafford. God, listen, he I can't even get it out. I'm excited. Matthew Stafford, Glock 9, drives us nuts with them, trying to fit it in. Sometimes, what were you doing, right? Kind of like Brett Favre-ish. But when you have a great arm, that's what happens. But the passes, this man, the way he moves the defense with his eyes, check out this dime to Puka Nacua for that long touchdown. There's no sound, but check this out. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Puka, get ready. Looking to my left. Woo! Over your shoulder, brother. Woo! Man, that guy could hear the ball. Listen, Matthew Stafford has got a lot left in the tank, brother. If we can get this team, if we can get another edge rusher, more depth on the O-line, get somebody else to help Kyren Williams, another receiver, a fast, tall receiver, maybe some secondary help. I would love another kicker for sure. There's a few boxes to check, but in the next year or two, if we can get some of that stuff, we're Super Bowl contenders. If you got a quarterback can throw stuff like that, goodness gracious, man. And then here's our guy, Demarcus Robinson, with his first TD.
Up in motion, the fake. Stafford looking to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Demarcus Robinson. His first touchdown grab as a Ram, and Los Angeles back on top.
I mean, the guy's amazing. Here's another one. Vintage Stafford to Puka.
2nd and 1. Stafford over. Nacua on the run. Puka Nacua turns on the afterburners. Touchdown, 70 yards, and the Rams.
And that was another angle of that, man. The guy, man, listen, I'm so happy for Stafford. He's, with him and McVay and these guys, whoo, boy. They get me hyped up, man. I'm really hyped up. And here's our guy, Aaron Donald. Here we go. This is my mood yesterday. And here's another one. We're off to see the Wizard or playoffs. We're off to see the playoffs to get the 6 or 7 seed. I love it, baby. I love it. Ramulators. Getting ready, baby. We're getting ready. Shock 42 says 100% Jimbo. Yes, indeed. Al Jafella, what's up, brother? What's up, Remilio? Brother Rudy, how you doing, man? Appreciate you. Got that dub, baby. Got that dub. 3 games in. 3 times. 3 times, 3 wins in a row for this young team. Remember, they said we didn't have nobody. They said that there was no talent. We said that the Rams are rebuilding. I would be surprised if Aaron Donald's asked for a trade. And we gave away a couple of games. Willie Bus says, I want a Jim Everett LA Rams jersey. Yep. I got one. I want to get a Jim Everett zip up hoodie. Yes, indeed. Love it. Willie Bone says, Willie Bone 89 throwback Everett. Love that. Steve-O Supremo says, Eagles stink. Yeah, they stunk yesterday, boy. And props to you, Steve-O, your team. Props to the Niners getting that victory. I'm going to just say this. Don't shoot the messengers. The Eagles were beat up. Sirianni was rushing guys back. In the first few minutes, Brock Purdy was a little iffy. The Eagles couldn't, unfortunately, turn those 2 field goals into a touchdown, but to the credit of the Niners, and then the Niners righted themselves. So it's a heck of a win in the regular season. They got that big monkey off of their back. And so we'll see what happens in the playoffs, though. But it is a regular season game. It's a big game. They got closer for the home field advantage, and they put pressure on the Eagles because now they got to win to keep that advantage. Joe says, I think we need the Vikings to lose so we can make the playoffs. Pinchy Green Bay won. If them cheeseheads would have lost, we would have had a better chance of playoffs. Yeah, but honestly, too, Joe, because we lost to the Packers, they have the tiebreaker. So I think either way, it was always going to be the Packers. I've been thinking that the whole time. The Packers don't have a quarterback right now, so we just got to do our part, though. We do our part. We can lose 2 more games. We should be able to get in there. Shot for you, that dude's funny. Yes, indeed. SoCal fan says, did you see the Trevor Lawrence injury? No, I didn't see it. Oh man, that's unfortunate. That's crazy. Jim R says Browns fans always taking L's. Willie Bone says the Cleveland Browns are going to the toilet bowl. Jim R says Trevor Lawrence dodged a bullet, no knee. Oh, good. No, I didn't know he had any injury at all. Jim Everett says, rest in peace, Corey Davis, great soul with Jesus. Yes, man. In case you guys don't know, Corey Davis, I dedicated this live to him. He's a big Niner fan, but he's my brother. I met him through having my channel. A wonderful soul, great character guy. He was fighting an illness and he passed away yesterday. And with the heavy heart, I'm here today. And that was horrible news that I got. And but yes, rest in peace, Corey Davis. Love you, my brother. John De La Rosa says we spanked the Eagles, and who lost to the Philly? We did. We lost to Philly. Jim Harris says, Rudy, here's a note. Purdy stats without Debo: 5 interceptions, 0-3. Love it. Fernando says, pull up a Hulk Hogan scene. Trying to hear, brother. G's Note says Niners think they won the Super Bowl with that dub over the Eagles. Watch them fall apart. They will be hilarious. Yeah, I called in earlier in the 95.7, I think, San Francisco channel. And I said, relax, guys. They're talking about this team may be better than the 94 team. And I'm like, relax, guys. It's a regular season win. That's what the regular season empire does. They win in the regular season. Now let's see them in the big game. They hung up. Yes, indeed. That was a dart by our guys. Stafford, here we go. Let's get another video. Let's see. Oh, here's something. Kyren Williams is on a tear. We're so glad that he's our running back with a Rolls Royce Freeman. Check out this stat with Todd Gurley. We love Todd Gurley. Amazing similarity to the 2018 season. And where did we go in the 2018 season? The Super Bowl. But now, instead of Jared Goff, we got Matthew Stafford. And we didn't have Cooper Kupp, but now we do, even if he's at 70%. But now we got Puka Nacua. The defense ain't the same, but, here we go.
Here's an amazing comparison. Kyren Williams has been doing his thing. He's already set marks that only Marshall Faulk has set with the touchdown pace that he's been going on. And now he's being compared to Todd Gurley, the way he can catch the ball in the backfield and make game-breaking plays. He doesn't have the greatest top-end speed, but for what he does have, it's very effective. And here gives you an idea of the comparison. And we're just comparing this season to the 2018 season.
So there it is, very close in stats. And we were talking about our guy, our kicker, and Mariska Hagarte. I'm sorry, I just kid you with your last name. So he missed a kick. It could have been very, very costly missing that kick. And so speaking of Riverside, because he's from Riverside native like me, this has nothing to do with football, but I got a kick out of it. I was driving around, and this guy, I don't know if it's a guy or a gal, but he was driving around town with the Christmas spirit. So I want to give everybody the Christmas spirit. Check this out.
And this has nothing to do with football, but check this out. So I was in Riverside, that's where I'm from, driving around, and this truck passed by. I go, I got to get a shot of that. So, the guy has a Christmas tree in the back showing the Christmas spirit with the inflatable Frosty the Snowman or little gal. And then his truck, it wasn't vinyl wrapped or anything. It was just wrapping paper. That's cool. That's just awesome. I covered his license plate so you can't see it, but that's just cool on my daily drive, right? I got a kick out of that. I got to give you a props, brother, whoever that is. So I just thought that was cool. I had to get a video of that. But yes, indeed. Let's get back into the chat. While we listen to Matthew Stafford talking about the O-line, the big dogs on the O-line. Here we go, and I'll put you guys the comments up.
Thank you. I was going to say something if nobody asked me. My guys were balling today, so I was so fired up. That's a hell of a rush. They were bringing pressures. They were rushing forward. They were doing all sorts of stuff to us, and our guys to step up there and protect the way they did today was amazing. And then be able to really lean on them in the fourth quarter, too, and run the rock when we needed to. A couple times Kyron got downhill, and we were able to, ice the game that way. So so proud of those guys. It shows up the way they work, the way they go about their business every single day. I thought we had a great plan, but we threw the rock. We weren't sitting there, just protecting those guys up front. We were just saying, let's go play our game and have a lot of confidence in those guys and proud of the way they played.
Yeah, so he's talking about our offensive line. God bless him. Dotson, Havenstein, all the guys. Larry Jackson did a great job, like my guy Fernando said. Kyrie Williams got to stay healthy. Exactly right. Puka the Bazooka looking fast, Jacques 42 says. Yes, indeed. He's got some speed for being a big guy, and he likes to run people over. Fernando said, I'd be scared to face the Rams in the playoffs, to be honest. We can knock out the Niners again or even Detroit. I would love that, man. I would love that. My guy John DeRosa says, I remember Jim Everett in the 89 NFC title game. He was falling without getting hit. Guess the footsteps had some type of force. Well, John, if you remember, to refresh everyone's memory, that was a horrible loss. But in that 89 season, the Rams split with the Niners. They went to Candlestick Park, a.k.a. the house that Jim Everett built. They beat the Niners and Joe Montana at San Francisco, like they always did when Jim Everett was there. In Monday Night Football, the Rams and Jim Everett were lighting up the Niners. It was like 27-10, and they were going to sweep them. And then Joe Montana threw a couple of short passes that kind of Debo-like to John Taylor. They caught up. The Rams had a fumble, and they ended up losing 30-27. Horrible mishaps. That costed us the wild card. We went through the playoffs as the wild card. The Rams went in 89 to Reggie White and the Philadelphia Eagles beat Reggie White and Jerome Brown on the road. That was a war with that defense. Then went to LT with Buddy Ryan as defensive coordinator at New York, beat the New York Giants overtime. And Flipper Anderson, Jim Everett flipped it over the cornerback's shoulder, and Flipper Anderson caught the game-winning touchdown in overtime, went through the tunnel. Another war. The Rams' offensive line was beat up. Now we have to face the 89 San Francisco 49ers, who are rested while we had those two wars. And we had a couple of guys injured on the offensive line. I think a couple of rookies played. The Rams still took the lead 3-0. Jim Everett threw a bomb to Flipper Anderson at the last minute. Ronnie Lott knocked it out of the air, and that was the last of the Rams offense because that offensive line couldn't hold the 49ers pass rush. So yeah, after those two wars, the Rams still took the lead. And then also too, I remember it was a sunny day, and the Niners groundskeeper would always wet the floor. Candlestick was already a horrible stadium, but they'd always wet the floor because of the Rams' speed on offense. And but then the next year, the Niners were undefeated, and guess who went to Candlestick Park and beat the Niners, the undefeated Niners? Jim Everett and Cleveland Gary, to get revenge for that 89 championship game. Jim Everett would deal, boy. I mean, Jim Everett was the one quarterback, not John Elway, not Dan Marino. Those great quarterbacks, they could stand toe-to-toe with Joe Montana and the Niners and light them up. I mean, the Rams are the one team that have beat Joe Montana more than any other team in the NFL. Great memories. Thank you, John. That was a bad memory, but that's why they lost that game, because they were injured. Sanger says, Rambo, well, he's happy about the one game. Jim Everett says 1994 VHS champs. Shock 42 says they need a T-shirt with AD and Turner skipping. LOL, I'll buy it. Yes, indeed. Skip to my crew. Here's our guy, Sean McVay on Puka Nacua.
He's a grown man, for a rookie, the way he plays this game, even when you look at the way that we were operating, where it's pretty obvious the run concept that we're running, the type of play, where the point of attack is, and he was right there and did a great job against, as good a defense as there is in this league. And I thought our guys really answered the bell. We got tremendous respect for this league, knowing that every single week there's so many different challenges that you have to navigate through. But I'm really loving working with this group. Puka definitely embodies a lot of the things that are right about this team.
Fernando says, it's Brown, flush it down. And for all you guys that I'm not able to get to, I'm highlighting your comment. Thank you guys for coming in. SoCal fan says, I want the Rams to get in the playoffs and play the Niners in the first round. That would be wonderful, man. I would love it. Jacques 40 says, I need a T-shirt, AD and Turner Skippy. Yep. I'm going to get that one. Yep. We already got that one. Let me go back down. Thank you, guys. Yes, indeed. John says, I think the 2011 team was better. We beat Stafford and his paper Lions. Jim says, Kyrie Williams is a star, great vision with moves. Yes, indeed, man. Kyrie Williams is a real deal. Jim says, Rudy facts. Yes, indeed. I remember that game, man. I remember Channel 2 had the sports like they do now, but they play a lot of Rams games. And I remember they had a commercial, and the Rams were one of the favorites to be in the Super Bowl. Because 89, the Rams, again, 1989, the Rams were in the wild card, and they needed to beat the Niners at Candlestick again to make the playoffs. And guess what happened? Jim Everett and the Rams whipped the Niners. Jim Everett threw 4 touchdown passes. Kevin Green sacked Joe Montana 6 times. They even brought in Steve Young to mop it up, and the Rams won like 38-17 or 33-17, and the Rams went into the playoffs because Jim Everett won at his house, Candlestick Park. You can look it up, man. I remember, Jim Everett was the one quarterback. The Rams had good teams, but the Niners were loaded because the woman who shall be nameless didn't get us over the top. There's a couple of places where we needed help, and she would never get it for us. So Jim Everett, we went from Eric Dickerson's team to a running team in a couple of years to a high-octane passing team where he led the league in touchdowns 2 years in a row. Imagine that. That'd be like the Cowboys trading Emmitt Smith, and then Troy Aikman leads the league in touchdowns and takes him to the championship game. That's Jim Everett. The man was amazing. Yes, indeed. John says, right, it was December. Yes, indeed. Goober says, do you believe Niners will sweep Rams for the sixth year? I don't know. We have a young team. The Rams played them pretty good. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Regular season, hopefully we won't need that game, but if we do, we'll see what happens with that game. I welcome the challenge. Jim Everett says, our offensive line suffered with injuries versus Giants. Yep. Willie Bones says, that's, let's see here. That's why Jim Everett is a great quarterback. He was amazing, man. We see Stafford get on these roles. And, Jim Everett was a strong arm quarterback, and he would go on like 13, 14, 15 passes in a row, and they were deep posts. The guy was so good. We just couldn't get him. The 89 team, guy started to retire. The woman who shall be nameless didn't retool, didn't get guys back. So we weren't able to get back to that point. It was unfortunate. John says it was rainy all day on 89 NFC Championship game. I don't remember, but I remember they would water the grounds, and one of the players even said that. Yeah, when the Rams would come to town, we'd water the field. Gamesmanship. It is what it is. Like the Celtics horrible 4 when the Lakers would come down because they're a fast break team. Jim Everett says New York Giants used to trash the Niners. Yeah, that's something amazing because the Rams, Jim Everett was something like 3-1 against the Niners. Against the Giants. There was one game where Jim Everett threw 11 passes and 5 of them were touchdowns, and we blew them out. And Jim Everett would always seem to beat the Giants, but the Giants always seem to beat the Niners. And they knocked out Joe Montana, and they ushered in the Steve Young era. Amazing. Weird how that works. Johnny Ripper says Hunter Long blocks his butt off and should get more snaps. Dotson has been playing great. Re-signed Dotson. That is Johnny. That is the plan, but he's going to cost some money. But he's worth it if he keeps playing that way. He's in a contract year. Tri says Winers haven't won a title since the microwave was invented. I love it. Goober says you would love to lose in the first round. Hey, listen, we if that's our journey, that is what it is, because we're not a finished product. I like our offense against anyone, but that is what it is. You learn from your mistakes. Jim Everett says Rams offensive line is solid. Rams secondary sharp. Rams are very dangerous. Yes, indeed, baby. It reminds me of the 2016 year. The 2017 year, and a lot of people have said that. And then the next year, catapult. G's says this just in. The Niners will keep their 30-year tradition going of chasing 6 at the end of this season. 29, 30 years and counting. Stockton said, Rondo said you were hiding. I just hit him up on Twitter and he answered. He don't want to hear what I have to say. He cuts me off anyway. And if I try to go on his show, he makes me wait 45 minutes. Jim Harris says, Tribe. Goober says, go on Rombo. I go on Rombo. I hit him up on Twitter. I was telling him something like, the Rams did what the Niners couldn't. The Rams routed the Browns, and you finally got a good win and then beat the Eagles, but they're beat up. Congratulations. John Lewis says, CBS Channel 2, Jim Hill highlights. Yes, indeed. And Jim Hill, his brother, David Hill, was a great tight end for the Rams. Willie Bowen says that when the Winers won the Super Bowl, Spice Girls Mania was popular. Jim Evers says Rams owner, the woman who should be named, was horrible, cost us 2 Super Bowls. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Facts. My guy, Fernando says, there's my guy, Monster It. Just got off. What's up, Ramelia? Hey, Rudy. Rams did it. We look good. Yes, indeed, baby. 3 times. 3 times in a row, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Willie Bowen. Jim Everett led the NFL and TD passes in 88. Yeah, back-to-back years, 88 and 89. Amazing quarterback, man. John says, I remember he hit Jim Rome. Yeah, Jim Rome. I remember Jim Everett said that he thought it was going to be a different guy. I can't remember his name. A different show, and then it was Jim Rome's show. He didn't really know who he was, and then this guy. I mean, he made Jim Rome's career with that. Yes, indeed, that was hilarious. Say it one more time. Jim Everett says Bill Parcells called out Bill Walsh for cheating. Oh, well, I didn't know about that one. That's a great. Bill Walsh is an amazing coach. Master says, love Jim Everett. I have his rookie card signed. Always saw him in Anaheim. Love Jim Everett. The guy, I mean, listen, the guy was one of the great quarterbacks the Rams have had. Unfortunately, he had that owner he had, and we never were able to retool with him. And I would always keep an eye on the Saints when he was with the Saints, and amazing games with that guy. Monster It. Jim Everett says, Monster It. Yes, indeed. My guy, G12. Oh, yeah, big boy. I was Español. Speak a Spanish. I like your shoes. I like your shirt, too. I really like your pants. Who's casa? The Rams casa. And those are Bornista LA comments. I remember Everett hit Flipper Anderson in the Giants playoff game to walk it off in OT. Yes, indeed, man. Jim Everett was amazing. One of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. Let's get to some more clips really quick. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
And then bounce all the way around and just hustle for that one. Joe Flacco trying to get rid of that ball, but Kobe Turner there to clean that thing up. This doesn't look good right now, obviously, but this was an encouraging performance for Joe Flacco and this
The
offense.
conductor.
They'll only get a little bit better each week.
Get him, AD. Get him.
Trouble, and Flacco is down.
Down goes Flacco.
And it's Aaron Donald. It took him all day.
Down goes Flacco. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so the Rams got the win. We're right there on the cusp of the playoffs. Also, too, I want to say something. At times, my computer freezes up. So if you guys had comments, sometimes I can't get to all the comments, but my guy Jimbo let me know about there was some comments that I missed. Was everything okay? And I said, yeah, I didn't see them. So that's what happened the last live. So I'm sorry about that. Yes, indeed. G12 says Los Angeles Rams remaining schedule: Baltimore Ravens, Washington Commanders, New Orleans, who dat, we dat Saints, New York Giants, San Francisco, Santa Clara Niners. So listen, I'm going to put a question mark for the Ravens, but we'll give them their due. Let's just say there's an L right there. Let's just say that for heaven's sake, for S and giggles. Washington Commanders, we got to take that game. New Orleans Saints, got to take that game. We can go on another 3-game winning streak. New York Giants, we got to keep Stafford upright, keep Kyren Williams and Stafford healthy. We got to take advantage of these games. Now, if we were to steal the Ravens game, maybe the referees give them some bad calls like they did against us and the Bengals, or maybe we just stand up to them like we did the first half of the Niners and Eagles game, right? And Lamar throws some picks or we get some strip sacks. Who knows? But we need to do what we need to do. And then we get the San Francisco 49ers, who are looking towards the playoffs. I would love to knock them out of the best record in the playoffs and get us in there, or if we're already in there. I would love it. We will see what happens. I mean, maybe we got to take care of our business. Thank you, my guy G12. Let's see. Grandizer 24. Orle. Grandizer Trust says, what up, Willie Bowen? Hope you're all well today. Yes, indeed. Goober says, how are we hurt? Nobody got injured that game. Yeah, you think you guys are healthy, right? I think you guys are healthy. Monster says, hey, Grandizer and everyone in the house. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Willie Boss says, I'm feeling good, and the LA Rams won the game. Yes, indeed. Fernandez says the kicker we got isn't going to be on this team next year. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in some kickers this week. I haven't seen anything. That kick was, man, listen. When he missed that kick and then he made the other one, it looked like it was going to hit the other side of the pole. Let me put something up real quick. Watch my background real quick. Hold on. Let me load this up real quick. And for you OG Ram fans, you'll get a kick out of this too. Hold on. Let me get out of the way. Has anyone seen this man? Mike Lansford. Can you still kick, brother? Jim Ever says the fake Ramelia is Young Montana. Oh, that sucks. He said he wasn't him. I hope it's not him, man. I don't know. But that's horrible. That's horrible. Also, too, you guys will get a kick out of this. So you had the Eagles, and I saw this on social media, and I couldn't believe it, and I could believe it. You had the Eagles versus the Niners, their biggest game of the season. They've been waiting till now to get revenge for this game, right? It's a big game for the Niners, right? You would think they're all dialed in or at the game, right? Check this out. Guess who's at our game? This is why I make fun of them. This is why I call them the mixed up crew, the Santa Clara regular season empire. I mean, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Listen, I don't know one Ram fan that would be the Rams. Let's say we have the 2021 Rams before we won the Super Bowl, and we had a matchup with the let's just say the what's a good team back then? Let's say let's say the Cardinals. They beat us the first game. Remember? Let's say we have a matchup against the Cardinals, right? I'm not going to be at Santa Clara Stadium. I'm going to be watching my game. There's something, man. They hate us because they ain't us. I cannot believe that, man. G12 says, Rudy, ducks say quack and fish go blub and seals go ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. And what does the Ram say? The Ram says, Hola chingon. The Ram says Super Bowl champions. But yes, man, isn't that crazy? I mean, I thought you guys would like to see that. Oh, man, that is so crazy. G-Tron says, Legend of the Noche, not until Wednesday, not tonight. Jim Everett's funny. I love that. Goober says, what happened to Puka? He hurt his shoulder. At first, we thought it was a rib. He's got a sprained shoulder. He's fine. He came back in the game. We were worried, man. G-Tron says, Rudy, 3-round player stock up, 3-round player stock down versus Cleveland. DK, Darian Kendrick, DeMarcus Robinson stock up. All these are stock up. On defense, Johnny Johnson the third. Stock down, the kicker. And that's it. Mariska Hargitay. G-Net says, oh, yeah, I forgot we played the Niners last game of the season. I think their regular season win streak is alive, more important than winning post-game. Yes, indeed. Jerry says, Rams getting playoffs, they can go all the way. They got the firepower. 49ers survived undermanned LA Rams. Kyrie Williams didn't drop that pass. And yeah, that's a great comment. Kyrie Williams didn't tip that pass up in the air. 49ers territory. Rams would have won. Rams were on their way. They had the momentum. Also, DK, Darren Kendrick gave him a horrible, if we remember that, pass interference. The pass interference call at the end. They got a touchdown. And then our time kicker gave him a second left to score a touchdown. Horrible. There's Jen the Mithra. How you doing? At Gilbert Bruce ribs. He'll be fine. Yes, indeed. He's Ram tough. And let me get that back out of let me get those guys out of my screen. And it's Victory Monday, aka let your hair Puka let your hair down. Monday. Yes, indeed. 3 games in a row. Thank you so much. Willie Bonsalli Rams went bird hunting twice. One, let's make it a third time beating a bird team. Love it, love it, love it. G12 says, Rudy, do they call Kobe Turner, Wake Forest, the conductor? Why? He's Kobe Turner's I believe he can sing and he plays instruments. So but yeah, he's very, very talented. John says that depends if Dallas can beat the Eagles. Else Philadelphia pretty much will have the 1 seed locked up. It depends because Hurts is banged up. They have to win the Cowboys. Maybe the Cowboys will surprise us again. I don't think so, but maybe. But also too, the Cowboys might not want to win that because I heard if the Cowboys win that, they have to face the Niners. Somebody was saying that. Jim Evers says Shades Chardall rewind. I think Chardall is blocked by somebody. I can't see him, but everyone hopefully everyone acts right and you won't get timed out or blocked. Jacques Fordy's Jimmy D Spirit will show up in the playoffs. Bang bang. Yes indeed, yes indeed. There's my guy Gil. Sup Rudy? Can't wait until some team stands in the Niners home from the playoffs. Yes indeed, sends them home from the playoffs. Yeah, I love it, love it. Jim Evers says Forners ain't winning nothing since the Hebrew times. G12 says Darren Kendrick watched the latest on his situation. Darren Kendrick played a better game. He's coming around. We'll see what happens. Tonka says I called Rudy in a panic when Puka was hurt. Yeah, we were like, no. Yes, indeed. Jared says, shout out to Marketing Pro Rams Nation. Yes, indeed. G12, San Francisco 49ers remaining schedule: Seahawks, Cardinals, Baltimore Ravens, Washington Commanders, Los Angeles Rams. The Baltimore Ravens game is going to be something else. I want to see that. We'll see what happens with that, but they got a pretty easy schedule, and then we'll see what happens with us. The Seahawks schedule: Seahawks remaining schedule: San Francisco loss, Philadelphia loss, Titans. Probably a win. Pittsburgh Steelers, probably a win. Cardinals a win. They got a couple of games back to back that are tough for them. Dallas can still win the division. Yeah, they can, but I don't think so. Boo boo the Cowgirls. Well, no, he just likes to, rub it in because the Niners haven't won for so long. But anyway, appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank you so much. I'll be back again on Wednesday. And I appreciate it so much, you guys coming in. And one last thing before we go, everyone take a look at the screen. This is, we love Puka Nacua. We love our coach. We love this team. Check this out. Puka Nacua, the game balls, and Puka Nacua, you don't see it, but there was pictures on Twitter of him. I didn't get a chance to load it in here. Puka Nacua spiking his game ball. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Everyone check out the screen.
All right, here we go. Bring it up. Bring it up, man. Bring it up. Bring it up. Here we go. Hey, how about that? All right, a couple guys I want to be able to recognize. All right, we knew what a good player Garrett was, but this guy ended up doing an excellent job all day, man. Give it up for Alec Jackson. Hey, leading the way. All right, just making big play after big play, leading us to a great offensive day. Another great game by Matthew Stafford. Also, being able to make a big-time play. I thought this was the turning point in the game. Give it up for John Johnson, man. All right, and now, your new rookie receiving record holder for the Rams right there. Love you guys. Let's go. Rams on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I love it. Puka, Puka. Puka shouts for everybody. God bless this team, man. We're blessed to have this team. These young teams, man. This young team, rather. 3 games in a row we won. Remember, we're like, man, I don't know what's going to go on, man. Matthew Stafford's out. We got Brett Rippon. But here we are, man. This is our journey. We're not front runners. We stick with our guys. And, the great Ram in the sky looks down on us and gave us Puka Nacua. And here we are, baby. And let's just get it going, baby. Let's keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Our playoffs are still in sight, our goal. And I love it. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. My guy G12 says, if you enjoyed the content, please ram that like button, subscribe, and share. Helps the algorithm for Rudy of the Vermilion Sports Report. Much appreciated. Horns up. Thank you, my guy G12. Appreciate it. My guy Jim Everett says, hit the likes, Ramley, on your guys' way out as well. And Willie Bone, yes, indeed. JJ saved the day. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate you. And as we always say, may the Vermilion be with you. I'm going to go check out that game, that movie, Thanksgiving, too. I know it's past Thanksgiving, but my lady wants to see it. So as we always say, may the Vermilion be with you. And Romulators, mount up. All right, baby. Here we go. Appreciate you guys. Love each and every one of you guys. Rest in peace, my guy, Corey Davis. I love you, my brother. And I'm always thinking of you, baby. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Take care.